Last year, I took my bike to Minnewaska State Park for the first time and rode a bunch of the park's carriage trails. Since then, I've been back a few times and discovered more reasons why this is one of the best places in all of New York State to bike. I made a video from my original trip which has lots of the background on Minnewaska, but in this video I want to focus on one specific trail. You honestly can't have a bad time riding any of the trails in the park, but this one in particular is just totally amazing and worthy of a video by itself. At this point, I'll stop talking and let you see for yourself. The trail is called Hamilton Point, and it runs right alongside one of the ridge lines of the Shawangunk Mountains. I rode it with Sushita back in June. We started by climbing up the side of the mountains on some paved roads. The climb is pretty challenging but not super steep except in a few places. It was an assortment of quiet roads and one main busier road at the end which did have a decent shoulder leading up to the entrance of the state park. Just like my ride here last year, we started on the lower Wasting Carriage Road, which starts right out of the lower parking lot near the falls. We rode it to the edge of the lake where we encountered this duck looking for a snack. We stopped for lunch on a scenic ledge overlooking the lake. Last year, I continued along the Lake Wasting Carriage Road to the beach and then rode the whole way around the lake. Here's a map showing Lower Wasting Trail, which is the LA, and Lake Wasting Trail, which is LC. At the moment, the western portions of LC are closed for repairs, so it will likely not be as rough as it was last year once the work wraps up and it reopens. The way to the beach is still open, but the trail I want to show branches off the Lake Wasting Carriage Road and heads south. This is the Hamilton Point Carriage Road, or HP on the map. It climbs a little bit higher, past these beautiful pines before reaching this incredible cliff with sweeping views of the mountains and valley below. The drops are super abrupt with lots of collapsed portions of the cliffs below and deep gashes in the rocks still attached. Getting near the edge is kind of uncomfortable, but it does make for some amazing photos. This is one of the highest points on this portion of the park, along with nearby Castle Point. Immediately after the cliffs at Hamilton Point, the trail starts descending. There are a few tight turns, sometimes with very steep drops, so I do recommend exercising caution. As the path turns north, another jagged, rocky ridgeline comes into view in the distance. The descent doesn't take very long, and the trail ends at the smaller Lake Minnewaska. The visitor center at the top of the lake has public bathrooms and water fountain to refill bottles. Wasting Falls is just downhill from the visitor center. It was featured in the TV show Severance along with several other areas of the park. As you can see, Minnewaska is a gem of a place to ride. I've already paid it a few visits since my first ride last year and expect to keep coming back for more. The park is huge and has several more trails and scenic overlooks I have yet to explore, so I won't rule out a part 3 of this series as I continue to discover more about this place. I also recently had a chance to ride in Mohonk with some friends, which begins right where Minnewaska ends. It features similar carriage trails and could be a topic for a future video as well. Hope I've convinced you to check out Minnewaska and that it's an awesome place to bike. Thanks for watching.